I just wanted to do a quick update. It's been a while since I've been on here. I've actually tried to do this video like 4 or 5 times and my phone keeps cutting me off. I have a new phone and I think it only has a certain amount of limit that I can do on here, or I just haven't figured it out. But my other phones that I've had previous to this one, I used to be able to record as long as I could. But this one won't, so I'm going to try to make it quick. I will be 9 months out from my surgery on the 21st. Today's the 19th, so I wanted to do an update before I forget. May 21st, 2015 was my surgery date. I had the VSG with Dr. Daniel Fang at St. Luke's Hospital. My surgery weight was, well, my highest weight was 272. My current weight is 185 as of today, which is insane for me. I have never, ever in my life been 185. I am smaller in pants now than I was when I was in 8th grade. I'm wearing a size 12. I used to wear a size 13 when I was in 8th grade, and I remember that because I used to go to, I think it was Charlotte Russe or that type of store. I don't even know if it was Charlotte Russe, but it was that kind of store, and I used to buy their little like knee-high shorts, size 13, and that was their biggest size that they carried. So I remember that. It yeah, I'm a size 12 now. I used to be a size 20. 12 fits me perfect. I can squeeze into a 10, but it has to be like a ladies brand, not like a juniors, and it's just not even worth it. So I did try a pair of 10 because the 12 seemed so big in that particular brand that I tried on. But yeah, every 12 fits me. Medium shirts, I was wearing double XL, so medium fits me really well. This is a medium. It fits me a little big, but I think it's supposed to fit that way because I saw the small one and it looked big, so I think this is the way it's supposed to fit. I like the fit. I love this shirt. It's from American Eagle Outfitters. This is my first shirt from there and I absolutely love it. It's super soft. So let's see what else has been going on. I feel really good. I feel amazing about my looks, which I have not felt that way in a really long time. I did some things to kind of help along. I got my nails done, which I'm loving. Makes me feel girly again. My hair, I'm letting it grow out. I don't know if you remember, but I had a mohawk. It's like 2 inches long now on the sides. Right now it's kind of like sticking up on the side. So my skin's doing really well. I had a really bad breakout not long ago, maybe 2 to 3 weeks ago. Kind of like a eczema breakout, and I just bought some lotion for eczema. I went to a doctor, they gave me some medication, didn't work. Went to Walgreens, got the Walgreens brand, the moisturizer for eczema, cleared it right up. Within 2 days it was gone. So I love that stuff. What else? I did get Botox in my forehead, right between my eyes, so that's as much as I can frown, and I'm loving that. I went and got Botox for under my eyes because after I lost all the weight, my eyes look a little sunken in, and when I smile, they kind of crease, like pull into themselves because of all the volume that I lost in my face. So I told the nurse practitioner that I see that I was really concerned about that area and if I could get fillers, and she doesn't do fillers there. She doesn't recommend them, not like so close to the eye, but she did tell me we can try Botox and see if it will stop that muscle from creasing that line. So I did it on Monday. Today's Friday and I'm still really bruised. I don't know if you can see. So I keep looking that way because my video keeps, stopping on me like I told you. So I'm just keeping an eye on it in case it shuts me off, then I can start a new one. So I'm still pretty bruised. I was expecting to be bruised. I didn't expect it to be this bad, to be honest. Like, I'm wearing makeup and it's really noticeable. What's funny is that I saw a lot of my family yesterday. Like, I saw, nieces, nephews, my mom, and every time I wanted to see if anybody noticed anything, and nobody was telling me anything about my bruise. So I'm like, did you see my bruise? And my niece is like, oh, I thought it was makeup. And I'm like, you let me walk around like this? We went to Walmart and you thought it was makeup? If it was makeup, you should have told me, like, dude, your makeup's all smeared. And she's like, you know, kind of sorry. Same thing with my sister-in-law. She was like, I thought it was makeup. I'm like, no, it's a bruise. Like, I got clocked in the face. Just kidding. I was like, I got Botox, you know. I'm really not embarrassed or ashamed to say of any of the things that I've done. Same transparency that I have about the surgery, I have about anything else that I'm going to do to improve myself. Just like how people would, you know, put on blast that they're going to the gym. I don't think there's much of a difference. If you're going to do whatever you want to do to make yourself feel better, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Just like I can put on Instagram how much I'm loving my fake nails, I'm gonna put on Instagram how much I'm loving my Botox. So that's just how I feel about me. Like, other people, I know they're more private and that's cool, but for me, I don't really care. It doesn't bother me. I've been out hanging out with my niece a lot lately. She's about 10 years younger than me, and it felt really good. For people kept asking us, like, if we were sisters, like, actually not even asking us, just assuming. And I was like, I'm just happy they're not thinking I'm your mom. So as long as that doesn't happen, I'm happy. Because we were walking through the mall and somebody stopped her and asked her something. They're like, well, what about your sister? And I'm like, that's like the third time somebody says that. She's like, I know. And then and you know, she's my niece, so it feels good. She's not that much younger than me. I mean, 10 years. Like, there's no way I'm old enough to be her mom, but it's nice to know that I don't look it. Because I was really worried about that with the loss of volume. I was worried that I was going to start looking old, and it was kind of upsetting me for a bit there, but I'm kind of over it. So what else is going on? My body. I'm really happy with the way my body's looking. I have not sagging any skin other than my arms, but I hated my arms before I got the surgery. I never really liked to show them. I didn't never wear anything sleeveless, and if I did, I was kind of self-conscious. Like, this is kind of a cap sleeve, and I'm not loving it, but I'm okay with it. And so that hasn't changed. Like, I don't think I would show any more before than I do now, so I'm okay with that. Like, I don't hate them more than I used to, if that makes any sense. What else? But yeah, my stomach is flattening out quite a bit. Like, I like the way that I look in jeans now, more than I have in a really, really, really long time. Before I had my son, I didn't really have a stomach, even though I was overweight. Like, I was more wide than I was, like, stomach hanging out or anything. Like, I never really had, like, a belly or a pouch. But after my C-section, I kind of had, like, a bottom belly, and I hated it for so long. And it's finally, like, just, I would say within the last 10 pounds that I've noticed it, like, diminishing. So that's great. I'm really happy about that. So yeah, I'm still losing weight. I'm not losing as fast as I would hope, but then on the other hand, I'm really happy about that, because I feel that because I've lost it so slowly, that my body's had an opportunity to recover. And so I think that's great. Like, I'm happy with the way my body looks. I'm happy about my skin. Like, I'm really happy how I look right now. So I don't know. The only thing that has really, really changed as far as the surgery goes, and that changes on a weekly basis, is my ideal weight. Like, at first I wasn't sure what my goal weight was going to be. As I started losing it, and I started, like, asking people, I actually been asking people, like, how much do you weigh, or what size are you wearing right now? Because there's kind of like an idea I have in my head of what I want to look like. And so initially, my doctor had told me he wanted me to be between 140 and 150, and then I wanted to be between 150 and 160. Well, as I started losing weight, I kind of went up to 165, because I was afraid that I lost way more, over 100 pounds, that I would start sagging really bad. So, but now that I'm a size 12 at 185 pounds, I feel like my goal weight would be between 175 and 180. I know it seems high for some people, and for my niece, that's her highest. You know, like, when she's at 175, 180, she's like, super overweight for her, about how she feels about herself. But I'm really, really afraid of losing too much and hating my body. I don't want to get to the point where I don't like my body like more than I didn't before, if that makes any sense. Like, I don't want to hate the way that I look when I used to like the way that I look at 200 pounds. So I feel like if I maintain a good healthy weight, that I would be happy. I was always really extremely healthy before I had the surgery. I didn't have any comorbidities. I didn't have any issues. So I'm still really healthy. Actually, I had low blood pressure. The last few times I had gone to my doctor, and he was a little concerned. He thought it was the fact that I was a little dehydrated that will lower your blood pressure. God, I can't talk. So this last time that I went for the rash, it had gone up a little bit because it was always 120 over 70, 72 before the surgery. After the surgery, went down to like 90 over 60, and that's like borderline low blood pressure. So he wanted me to just, get more liquids in, which obviously I'm supposed to, and I just hadn't. I was really struggling, but I've been forcing myself to just drink no matter what. And honestly, what's helping is a straw. I know I'm not supposed to drink out of a straw, but that's the only thing I can chug. So if I'm like sipping on a straw all day long, it helps. So that's what I've been doing. So this last time I went, I was 110 over 70. So that's great. So I'm happy about it going back up because it was really low. So yeah, because I was already healthy and I was pretty comfortable with myself before I gained before I had my son, I was like around 220, and I loved the way that I looked because that's kind of what I look like most of my life. So I was used to it. I embraced it. I embraced being, plus size or whatever. So, but now that like I'm losing, I'm like, I don't want to get to the point where I don't like my body. I want to be happy with how I look, and I didn't do it for my looks. I really did it for my son. But the looks matter also. I'm 40. It's not like the end of it for me. Hopefully. So I don't want to walk around feeling, self-conscious or uncomfortable or just not happy with me, And it bothers me to think that I could get to that point because I have always been really confident, and when I started gaining those last 50 pounds that I gained were like devastating to me. Like, I hated my body. I didn't want to look in the mirror. I didn't want to get dressed. I didn't want to do my hair. My hair was down to my waist. Like, I didn't do nothing to it. Like, I didn't curl it, nothing. I just didn't care. And I don't want to get to that point again. So I want to get to a weight where I feel good about myself, and I think 175 would be perfect for me. If I lost 10 more pounds, that means I lose one more size. That would put me at a size 10, which I think it's great. Like, I don't want to be. I think smaller, if you're naturally small, looks amazing. Like, my sister-in-law is freaking tiny. Like, she's a size 3, but she's always been tiny, and she looks great. She's so cute. My niece, that's way more younger than me. I think she's like 16 years younger than me. She recently lost like 30 pounds, but her body went like, she doesn't look like she was ever overweight because she's so young, But at my age, I don't think my body would recover. I've seen some pictures, and like I said, I just want to feel good about me. But in reality, the reason why I did it is because I didn't want my son to be, I didn't want him to be the kid with the fat mom. I know some friends, like I have some friends that they were the kids, with the fat mom, and they hated it. It was horrible for them. So I didn't want him to go through that. So I'm glad that I did it when I did, because he just turned 6. At kindergarten, they start talking about, so-and-so's fat. Like, he mentioned to me, we were driving out of the school one day, and he's like, look, Mom, see that big fat guy? That's my, computer teacher. And I'm like, you're not supposed to refer to him as the big fat guy. He's like, oh, well, I don't know how else to describe him. You know, how do I show you who he is, basically? And I said, well, you can say the guy with the beard or the bald head guy that's walking there. You know, I was trying to explain to him that big fat is not really nice and that people don't appreciate that. But he doesn't consider me as fat anymore, which is great. That's really all I cared about. So even if I stayed at this weight, like I would be happy. Because like I said, I'm really healthy and I wanted to do it for health wise and in the long run. Like I didn't want to have issues. I knew if I stayed at that weight I could possibly become diabetic because there's diabetes in my family. I wasn't pre-diabetic at the time, which is crazy, but I wasn't. And um but I know there was a possibility that that could happen. So I did it for a number of reasons. Mostly, honestly, was my son. If it wasn't for my son, I don't think I would have done it. Only because I was scared of surgery. I was scared that it was going to be a lifestyle that I would not be able to maintain or that I would hate every day. But I'm loving life. I really am. Um, so yeah, so there's, you know, still things that my mind's still trying to come to terms with. You know, with my new body. I have done a lot of shopping lately, and I'm really happy and excited about how I look in all those clothes. Um, I got some really good deals at H&M, man. I got some dresses for like $3. So can't beat that. So yeah, life is good. I'm really happy. And if you're watching this video as, you know, to help you decide whether to have the surgery or not, I don't regret it one bit, ever. I have not regretted it to this day. I've had nothing but positive outcomes from it. I love my results. Even if, like I said, if I would stop losing weight today, I would be so happy with what's happened. I've lost 87 pounds. That's insane. 87 pounds. So if you are thinking about it, I can't tell you what's good for you, what's best for you, but I can tell you that for me, it was the best decision that I've ever made. I absolutely am 100% satisfied with my results. 100%. And my surgeon was amazing. So if you're in Phoenix, I highly recommend Dr. Daniel Fang. So yeah, that's it. That's it for now. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.